Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Surya Kamal, Vice Principal Rehan School, Lahore campus. Today our conversation topic is how to develop a relation and stay strong in tough times. So my first question, how to develop the relation and stay strong in tough time? What does mean to you?
That's a great opening question. To me, staying strong in tough times means facing challenges without giving up. It's about recovering after setbacks, even if you're scared or exhausted, and focusing on what you can control. It's less about being unshakable and more about bouncing back.
Why is a lesson important in difficult times?
Relationships matter because when life gets hard, support from friends, family, or community reminds you you're not alone. And when we've got people who listen without judgment, we're more likely to manage stress and keep moving forward. So, yeah, connection is one of the strongest buffers against despair.
How can tough experience make us strong?
Tough experiences push us to adapt. You learn what you're capable of. Patience, creativity, asking for help, all of a sudden becomes real tools you use. And every time you get through something rough, your brain kind of files that away as, hey, I've survived before. That memory builds confidence for next time.
What is the difference between being strong and hiding your emotions?
Good catch. Hiding emotions is more like bottling them up. And that can usually backfires. Being strong is more about acknowledging what you feel, like saying, yeah, I'm anxious, but not letting that define your action. Toughness with honesty. So it's not hiding, it's processing and moving.
How can we stay positive when life feels overwhelming?
First, keep it doable. Focus on tiny wins. Get one simple thing done each day. Stay close to people who energize you. Take breaks from doom scrolling and do small resets like walking or deep breathing. And if being positive feels impossible, aim for neutral instead. It's progress, not perfection.
What are some healthy way to deal with stress?
Simple stuff. Move your body. Uh, Even a walk counts. Sleep enough. Eat something real sometimes. Talk things out with someone you trust. Journaling can help untangle thoughts. And if stress keeps bulldozing you, consider a counselor or a support group. That's strength, not weakness.
How can we learn from failure and setback?
Treat them like feedback, not a verdict. Ask what worked, what didn't. Write down those lessons. Then set one small step forward. Over time, those tiny adjustments compound. Failure turns into data, then into progress if you let it.
Why is it important to us accept things we cannot control?
Because fighting the uncontrollable just drains you. Acceptance frees up energy for what you can do. It's like stop pushing on locked doors. Look for open ones instead. Doesn't mean you approve of the bad thing, just choosing where to aim your effort.
How can a strong support system help us during hard time?
A solid support system lends perspective, emotional grounding, and sometimes just a reminder of your own strength. They can carry some weight when you can't. And hearing "I've got you" makes the load lighter. That steady presence is often enough to keep hope alive.
How does self confidence help build resilience?
Because when you trust yourself a bit, you take challenges as doable instead of overwhelming. Confidence turns "I can't" into "I'll try." And each try builds more resilient. It's a feedback loop that can be learned over time.
What role does patience play in our
Patience don't stick. It lets healing and problem solving take the time they need. It's like letting a wound close instead of picking at it. Quiet, stubborn, waiting with purpose.
How can positive thinking change the way we handle problems?
It shifts your attention to possibilities instead of stuck places. You ask, "What can I do now?" instead of fixating on what went wrong. It's not pretending everything is fine, it's choosing a constructive next step. And that makes the problem feel more workable.
Why should we avoid giving up too quickly?
Because quitting too fast can cost you the lesson that's waiting just past the discomfort. Persistence with flexibility usually beats quick surrender. It's not about stubbornly smashing your head against a wall. It's steady effort adjusting as you learn. That's how progress actually happens.
How can setting small goals help us move forward?
Small goals give quick, doable wins. Repetition, which keeps momentum alive. Each small success builds confidence. And over time, those pieces add up to bigger change. It's progress you can feel, not overwhelming, but steady.
How can setting small goals help us move forward?
Setting small goals gives you little wins, and those wins build confidence. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by a huge challenge, you break it down into doable steps. Each step proves you can handle more than you think. That momentum keeps you moving forward, even when things are messy or stressful.
What can we learn from people who have overcome great challenges?
Yes. When we look at people who faced big challenges, we often notice habits like patience, consistency, and a willingness to keep learning. They usually didn't do it alone. They leaned on mentors and communities, and they kept perspective, reminding themselves that setbacks don't define them.
What daily habit can make a person more resilient?
One powerful habit is reflection, like taking 5 minutes to think about what went well and what didn't, then noting one tiny adjustment for next time. Pair that with a simple stress reset, like a walk or deep breathing. Small, repeatable things done consistently tend to build resilience over time.
What should we do when we feel like we cannot handle a problem?
First, slow down, name the feeling, and tell someone you trust what's going on. If the problem feels overwhelming, break it into pieces or ask for help from a friend, mentor, or counselor instead of pushing through silently. Resilience isn't never struggling, it's knowing how to take the next tiny step, even when it feels hard.
How can mistake help us grow as individuals?
Asking for help shows humility and opens you to skills and perspectives you don't have yet. It turns challenges into collaboration instead of isolation. And that willingness to lean on others often makes you stronger, not weaker.
Why is asking for help a sign of strength rather than weakness?
Because it takes self awareness and courage to admit, I can't do this alone. That's not giving up, it's choosing growth. You recognize limits in the moment so you can move beyond them with support. That's strength in action.
How can improve our relationship and professional life?
It helps you listen better, misunderstand less, and respond instead of react. In relationships, that means more trust. At work, it builds reliability and teamwork because people feel they can count on you. Plus, handling stress calmly sets the tone. Others notice and often feel steadier around you.
Great catch, but why?
When you stay composed and open, people trust that they can be real too. That creates psychological safety, which strengthens bonds and makes collaboration smoother.
What is an one difficult situation that taught you an important lesson?
A common one people describe is burnout, pushing too hard, ignoring limits, and then having to rethink balance. It teaches that pace matters as much as ambition. Another is failure after putting in big effort, which teaches that disappointment isn't the end, but a push to try again wiser. What's one tough situation that taught you something important?
Thank you. And my last and final question: what advice would you give to someone going through a very difficult time?
Start small, breathe, and focus on the next right step, not the whole staircase. Talk to someone you trust. Keep routines gentle and give yourself credit for tiny wins. Hard times tend to pass, but the steady habits you build can stay with you. You don't have to be perfect through it, just patient and kind with yourself.
Thank you again. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.